Mason Greenwood has officially signed for Olympique Lyonnais, which means there should be no more excuses for him not representing the Reggae Boyz.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunners, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunners may say, but big up Gunners.
If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you are a part of that 78.8% of people who keep watching our videos on a regular and are not subscribing, what are you guys waiting on? Just go ahead right now, do us a favor and hit that fat red subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we do post videos. And you guys can also check us out on our socials at 876gunners on Instagram and TikTok. And lastly, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee, and you can find the link below in the description. Now, in this video, I will be speaking about Mason Greenwood making a permanent transfer to Olympique Lyonnais, as well as Leon Bailey captaining Aston Villa for the very first time in a preseason friendly, which was actually the first game of Aston Villa's preseason against Walsall, which saw them win by 3-0. Now, the highlight of that game for most Reggae Boyz fans would be when Leon Bailey was basically handed the armband by Matty Cash, who was the starting captain on the day. And this gesture, this act, not only shows that Leon Bailey is one of the best wingers in world football, but it also shows that one of the best managerial minds in world football sees him as a leader in his football team. And that is a very, very huge compliment to Leon Bailey's character, his skill, and his leadership in that Aston Villa dressing room. And nowadays, you guys know as well that most of these Premier League teams for sure have what is called a leadership group. And with Leon Bailey having the armband with players like Paul Torres, Diego Carlos, and other senior players as well in the team, and Leon Bailey was the one who wore that armband. It shows the ranks that Leon Bailey has in this Aston Villa team, and it also shows that Emery sees him as a leader and also that he is a part of that Aston Villa leadership group. Now, I believe there are certain moments of last season that really would have stood out to Unai Emery, which made him decide to add Leon Bailey to that leadership group. And one of them that came to my mind was in the Conference League, I believe, when Aston Villa found themselves down and Leon Bailey was the one who was cheering the team and letting them know that, hey, we are in this. We just need one goal. Come on, right? So, yeah, Leon Bailey has definitely showed leadership skills and leadership qualities at the club level. As it relates to the international stage, then that is highly questionable. But we have to give dues where dues are deserved. So, yeah, man, big up to Leon Bailey. And hopefully we can see him go through a tough preseason, because Aston Villa has their preseason schedule very stacked and very crowded. They have a whole lot of games to play before their opening Premier League game against West Ham United on the 17th. I believe it's Saturday, the 17th of August. So hopefully Leon Bailey can stay fit. Hopefully he can get some good minutes in his legs. And yeah, he can continue the fine form that we saw him show us last season into the start of the Premier League and also into the international break with the Reggae Boyz. Now, speaking of Reggae Boyz, Mason Greenwood just yesterday made an official permanent transfer from Manchester United to Olympique Lyonnais in France for a reported fee of 26 million euros with 5 million add-ons, along with a 50% sell-on clause inserted into his contract, which basically means that if Olympique Lyonnais is to sell Greenwood in the future, Manchester United would get 50% of the proceeds of that sale. Now, Mason Greenwood will wear the number 10 for Olympique Marseille, which was previously worn by the former Arsenal captain and icon Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who now finds himself in Saudi Arabia. And I know this is off topic, but what a career Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has made for himself. Like, he has been everywhere. He's been in Italy, he has played in Spain, he has played in Germany, he has played in England, he has played in France. He's played in all the top 5 leagues in Europe, and he's made a name for himself. As a man out of Gabon, he's represented his national team with pride. There's a point in his career where he could have chosen to represent France, and he didn't. He stayed with his homeland, the land that his father played and was a professional footballer and represented Gabon. And he decided that he will follow his father's footsteps and represent his homeland. So yeah, man, big up to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as an Arsenal fan. He's an icon in my eyes. I can't call him a legend because he didn't win us any of those big trophies, but I won't even say it's one of those streets we'll never forget. He is just an absolute icon of modern day Arsenal, which I know modern day Arsenal wasn't really that astonishing. However, he was a very good servant to the football club, and everywhere that he's gone to, he scored goals. So yeah, man, big up to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now back to Mason Greenwood, because there is a bit of controversy behind the signing that Olympique Marseille made, because previously the mayor of Marseille, the city of Marseille, that is now, not the club, the city, basically came out and he did not like the rumors that were going around that Marseille was interested in signing Mason Greenwood. And these were his thoughts on that matter. I do not want us to go for Mason Greenwood. I do not want my club to be covered in shame. And with everyone who knows what happened with Mason Greenwood and his former girlfriend, now wife, you must know the reason why Marseille's president has such strong opinions on Marseille Football Club signing Mason Greenwood. However, it is very obvious that the leaders, the chairman and the president of Marseille's football club did not give a flying fuck about what their mayor had to say about Mason Greenwood signing for their team. They were fighting tooth and nail to get Mason Greenwood through the door, and they are very, very happy with that signing. Now, with all this done and over with, everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. He will be a Marseille player for the next 5 years unless someone comes and decides to buy him. Now, just like the Omari Hutchinson case, there are no more excuses for Mason Greenwood in my eyes. There's absolutely no room at all for him in English football. And when I say this, I say meaning whether at club level or international level. There is no room for Mason Greenwood in English football. He's now an outcast. He has been disrespected and classed by everyone in England, right? And no one wants to even risk looking at him in a club setting. So it is now time for him to return to his homeland and represent the country of his heritage with pride. Represent the black, green, and gold. And if the rumors are true, just imagine the team that Jamaica is conjuring up with Mason Greenwood, Omari Hutchinson, a fit and focused Leon Bailey coming back into the national team, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer possibly being the next coach or head coach of the Reggae Boyz. And don't forget about Reece Nelson as well, who is like Mason Greenwood and Omari Hutchinson was in a bit of a situation as it relates to his future. He is tied down to a long-term contract with Arsenal. However, he's unhappy and wants game time. And Arsenal is willing to let him go this summer. That's the reason why they signed him last summer, so that they could make money on him this summer. So Reece Nelson will definitely be leaving Arsenal this summer, right? Rumor has it that he is strongly linked with a move to West Ham United for a fee of £25 million, which would be a very good return for Arsenal. That would be seen as a complete profit for Arsenal as well. So that would work well as it relates to FFP and profit and the sustainability rules in England. But yeah, just imagine that talent and all of the talent that the new head coach, whether it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or whoever it is, will have at their disposal. It's looking good. But however, as I said before, there are no more excuses for Mason Greenwood. He's tied down to a long-term contract with a club. And yeah, that's just it. There are no more excuses. You either come and you represent this national team, or you stay away because we do not want you. Go ahead, commit to the national team, commit to Jamaica, commit to the Reggae Boyz, come score some goal, and yeah, become a legend of this wonderful country. Now that's it for this video, guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're on our goal to 3,000 subscribers. We're currently at 2,000 520, I believe, at recording. And I know you guys are going to get us to that 3,000 mark very, very soon. So I just want to thank you guys a lot for the support. And thank you guys for always liking the video, subscribing, sharing the content, and all of that good stuff. If you want to follow us on our socials, you can do so at 876gunners on Instagram and TikTok. And lastly, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee. And you can find the link below in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunners, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunners myself, but big up Gunners.